Hello and welcome to the 10th Java programming video. This video is going to be about classes, and it is actually part 2. And this video is specifically going to be about inheritance. And inheritance, when we talk about classes, is pretty much that one class can inherit methods and variables from another class. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. And also, I'm sorry that I didn't upload any videos last week. I have been very busy, and I still am. But I'm trying to squeeze this video in. So okay, we're going to create a superclass, and a superclass is basically a class that other classes will inherit. So we're going to create a class that is called housing. Basically it will describe a house for that you can, for example, rent or buy or something like that. So we're going to initialize some variables. Let's create a private int rent, which is the rent of the house, maybe an address at the form of a string. Let's create maybe the number of rooms as an int. So there we go, we have 3 variables, and that is all we are going to need, I believe. It's going to create a constructor. You know what, let's not create that. Let's just create get and set methods. And I'm not sure if I've showed you how to do this before, but this is a quick way on how to do it. It's at source and then generate getters and setters, and then I'm just going to select all and press OK, and we get automatically the get and set methods of each variable. So okay, we got this now, and we're going to create a new object, and we're going to call this, let's say, an apartment. And this is the way on how you inherit an other class. You type extends after the class definition over here, and then the name of the class you want to inherit. So for example, housing. And now we're going to create a constructor inside our apartment. We're going to take an int rent and int string address and an int rooms. Sorry, public apartment, like that. Now we have a constructor, and if I refer to this, which is short for this class, you can actually see that I can access the methods that we created in our housing object. For example, get address, get rent, and set rent, etc. So okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this dot set rent equals to rent, and this dot set address equals to address, this dot rooms, this dot set rooms rooms. I'm going to explain to you how this works shortly. Basically we create parameters for rent, address and rooms, and then we want to set the values inside of our housing class to these values. For example, if we call set rent, you can see we take an int as a parameter and we set the variable rent to this. So basically this will just initialize all of the variables that we need to our apartment object. And I'm also just going to create another variable, for example, let's say square meter, which is the size of the house. I'm just going to put it in here. And we're going to initialize it equals to square meter, like that. So now we have all of these values. Now we're going to create a toString method, which is going to return information about our apartment. So public string toString return, let's return rent plus this dot get rent. Notice that we can't access the variables directly, except for square meter, which is a private, and that is because in the housing class I declared the values or variables as private. If I were to declare them as public, we would be able to retrieve them directly. But yeah, we're going with the get methods for now, and then we're going to type out, let's say, the address plus this dot get address and rooms is this dot get rooms something like that, and then plus square meter this dot square meter. We can just access that one directly or not. This dot sq. Alright, plus. There we go. Okay, so we're going to try and create an apartment object inside of our running class. So apartment equals the new apartment, and then we need to type in the parameters for our constructor. So the rent, let's just set it to 500 or something, and the address, I don't know, Copenhagen or something like that. And let's set the amount of rooms, which might be 5, and the square meters, let's set it to 19 or something like that. And then let's just print out the information of our apartment inside our console by calling apartment.toString. And we should be able to gather some information about the object. Yeah, as you can see, rent is 500, the address is Copenhagen 52, amount of rooms is 5, square meters 90. And you can also use this class to extend another class. And inheritance is not just limited to one object. I could, for example, create a new class, and let's call this, let's call it the house. And I can actually make this extend the housing object. Or I could make it extend the apartment object, or apartment class. And that would actually require us to create a constructor like this that is similar to this one. And I'm going to talk more about that in part 3 about classes, which is probably going to be the last video about classes. So yeah, we're going to talk more about this in the third video. So that was all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and give this a thumbs up, and maybe even share them. It would really help a lot. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.